Coming up, healthcare crisis. Hundreds of thousands of people in the DMV projected to see premiums rise if lawmakers don't make a change. The central argument in the government shutdown showdown. Change after tragedy. A road to see some reconfigurations after a Maryland student was hit and killed by a school bus. We're live. Ready, set, race. Half a century of runners hitting the pavement to honor the Marines and those who made the ultimate sacrifice.
And while it's been dry here in the weather department, we're racing to see some rain in the region. We'll talk about when we will see it. That's all coming up.
And stretching your dollar, the cost savings from Halloween candy, that trick or treat is creeping up, and how to avoid steep repair costs for incoming weather.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Happy Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. New tonight, we've just learned that one person was killed and another person was hurt after two vehicles crashed overnight in Prince George's County. Police say this happened on Oxon Hill Road near Livingston Road and the Tanger Outlets just before 1 this morning. A man driving one vehicle died on the scene. Medics took a passenger in the second vehicle involved to the hospital. They're expected to be all right. Officials have not released the name of the man who died or what caused the crash. Meantime, nobody was hurt after intense flames engulfed at a home in northeast DC this morning. Check out the thick smoke. Crews arrived shortly around 9 near 49th Place and Sheriff Road. They found a one-story house with a wooden framework on fire. Good news, nobody inside at the time. The cause is still under investigation. A man was shot and killed inside an apartment in Alexandria last night. Police say this happened on Berkeley Street. That's where the Nexus at West Alex apartments are located. Right now, investigators say there's evidence showing that the shooting seems to be domestic related and that everybody involved are believed to be accounted for. Right now, no arrests have been made. And staying in Virginia, human remains were found after 3 homes caught on fire. This happened in Loudoun County early Friday morning, all unfolding on Riptide Square just after 1 a.m. At the time, someone was reportedly trapped inside one of the 3 homes. Right now, officials are working to identify the remains that were discovered and why the fire broke out. A firefighter was taken to the hospital for this incident. They had minor injuries. 8 people were left without a home. Developing now, it has been nearly 3 weeks since an 11-year-old girl died after a school bus hit her while she rode her bicycle home. A memorial continues to grow in Montgomery County. Soon there will be additions to prevent future tragedies. DC News Now's Dave Laval joins us from the scene in Aspen Hill. Dave, what's going to be different here?
Well, right now there's already a stop sign, as you can see behind me, at the corner of Russet Road when you come to Bauer Drive. However, traffic along that stretch of road, as you can see, doesn't have to stop. That's expected to change later this week. According to the Washington Post, the intersection will become a 3-way stop. You may recall 11-year-old Summer Lim lost her life here October 9th when a school bus slammed into her while she rode her bike. The driver turned onto Russet at the time. A memorial to the child continues growing at the intersection where this happened. Neighbors told us they hope the addition of extra stop signs will prevent further injuries or loss of life.
People tend to tear around this corner. It's kind of a blind corner. I think a 3-way stop would be perfect.
We did reach out to various Montgomery County representatives to comment on the stop signs. They did not respond to our request. However, signs are posted nearby that alert people new traffic patterns go into effect on Wednesday. We're live in Montgomery County. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Thanks. Back here in the studio, we're going to toss it over to meteorologist Scott Sumner. Scott, Okay, take a snapshot of the sun setting right now. You can't beat it. It was a picture-perfect day, man.
Yeah, not bad. And look at the numbers here behind it. Pretty nice temperatures as well. 63 was the high today. I did say today and tomorrow we'll probably get up to around 60 as well. The average should be, though, the middle 60s. So a little bit below that mark. The morning low was 42, and the average should be 48. The record set back in 1920 of 82 degrees, and reverse those numbers to 28 for the over record low. All right, currently we see a temperature outside our weather windows here at 59 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. And for the next 12 hours, this is where we'll see those temperatures dip. We'll drop down to the 50s, the low 50s by 9 p.m., and then we'll be into the 40s there after. I have to tweak this graphic, but yeah, we'll be getting down to the 40s tonight. So a dry and cool night tonight, mostly sunny on your Monday. A soaking rain arrives Wednesday and Thursday, and we're going to be staying cool to end the month of October. We'll have more details and, of course, that full 7-day forecast here for you, Ben, in just a little bit.
All right, looking forward to it, Scott. Thanks. One of your top stories as the government shutdown advances into week 4. Democrats keep vouching for their health care policies. Now, increases to health insurance costs are projected, and that is what is driving the debate, and in some cases, upwards of 20%. Democrats want to extend Obamacare tax credits. The Virginia Health Benefit Exchange projects there could be about 100,000 Virginians who lose health insurance unless Congress steps in. Now, Republicans have come out and said that they do want to address health care costs and that Democrats should sign on to at least a short-term funding plan. Currently, Virginia has the lowest uninsured rate in at least 3 decades.
More uninsured people potentially means, worse public health outcomes, and it also can mean delays in access to care, whether it's delays for the person who put off care because until they couldn't do it any longer because they couldn't go anywhere else, and it could mean delays for someone who just happens to also need to go to the hospital at the same time.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore's office says 190,000 Marylanders could see premiums rise 95% on average if the enhanced tax credits are not extended. Back here in the district, construction is underway at the White House and Demo 2. Crews have torn down the East Wing, making way for President Trump's new ballroom. The National Trust for Historic Preservation says the significance of the building is too important to be so dramatically changed without full review. The organization is a nonprofit chartered by Congress. Now, the project to build a 90,000 square foot ballroom that will be almost twice the size of the White House is estimated to cost about $300 million. In a letter from the National Historic Preservation, they write, quote, "We are deeply concerned that the massing and height of the proposed new construction will overwhelm the White House itself." The American Institute of Architects has similar concerns.
So we absolutely understand that the White House is a living building that is constantly in use and has evolving needs.
Now, in July, President Trump said the space will not interfere with the existing White House. The president has also said that the East Wing will be fully modernized with the ballroom to benefit generations to come. The White House adds that the ballroom will be funded through private donations, no taxpayer money. As there are still 2,400 National Guard troops in Washington, now D.C.'s Attorney General Brian Schwab is suing the federal government to try and end what he calls an illegal military occupation. Schwab is asking a federal district judge to temporarily stop troops being deployed as that lawsuit advances. Our Daniel Hamburg was in court and has the key details.
It's been more than 2 months since the National Guard was deployed in D.C. by President Trump.
Today we made clear again in court that the military has no business doing civilian policing.
D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab and his team told a judge Friday their presence is inflicting real and ongoing harm.
It's not making D.C. safer to have out-of-state guard who are not trained to do policing, who are not familiar with our communities, who are not trained to do the kind of key law enforcement work that our MPD does.
An attorney for the Department of Justice said the Guard is making D.C. safer, even claiming the mayor is supportive because of her September executive order to coordinate communication with federal law enforcement. The judge pushed back, saying the mayor is not supportive of out-of-state Guard. Samuel Dewey, an attorney with the Oversight Project, a conservative watchdog group that filed a brief in the case, argues D.C. doesn't have standing to sue because it's not a state.
The district is safer now. And the only people who say otherwise are politicians posturing or rude individuals engaging in ad hominem attacks.
Schwab says it's time for guardsmen to go home.
We're going to continue to fight this fight. The hearing today is part of that fight of standing up for the law.
Daniel Hamburg reporting. Now, the judge said that she needs more time to consider evidence and arguments before issuing any ruling on a potential temporary stop. But she did grant an extension until Tuesday. That's for the DOJ to file a response to the Attorney General's lawsuit. More organizations are stepping up to help federal workers during this stressful time. And in Maryland, one group is offering free art programs. Viz Arts is in Rockville and has 3 different workshops. The group says it's meant to give people an outlet during a time of uncertainty. The events have been quite a success. They're adding more. The collage and barn quilt painting classes are on Mondays, and the cocktails and canvas sessions are on Fridays and Saturdays. All 3 of the workshops are free.
You don't have to identify as an artist or an artsy person. Our instructors, the way we set up the materials and work you through the class, will provide you everything you need to be comfortable and to have a fun, engaging experience.
Again, you can find more on our website at dcnewsnow.com. Search for art workshops. Washington Capitals assistant coach Mitch Love has been relieved of his duties. In the social media post, officials for the Caps state that the decision followed an NHL investigation into personal conduct. Love was placed on leave by the Caps back in August. He's been with the team since head coach Spencer Carberry took over 2 years ago. Tens of thousands of runners hit the pavement for the 50th Marine Corps Marathon. This year's event had significant changes. For the first time in the race's history, the start and finish areas were closed off to spectators. The plan was to help increase security and improve logistics. However, that did not stop people from stopping by and cheering the racers on.
Great. I feel like there's a lot of spectators here, and it's always so much like good energy. So busy because there's so many spectators that want to watch everyone.
Got up bright and early. Reportedly, more than 40,000 runners ran today, and roads that were closed because of the race are now reopening. Coming up, plenty of ground to cover. It is getting chilly out there. We're helping you stretch your dollar by prepping your home for the incoming cold weather to avoid steep costs. Time now, 6:12. Live look at the Kennedy Center, the Potomac River, looking mighty fine. We had a great weekend, got a couple hours left. What might your forecast hold in your future? Scott's coming back.